friends, this is Youheum and I am an extreme minimalist. I'll be sharing my digital minimalism approach, including emails, notifications, computer files, how I use my devices mindfully, and just general digital decluttering. I recently started limiting my phone time to maximum 30 minutes a day, and now I'm on the phone for about 15-20 minutes, just connecting through social, checking my planner and texts. I do this so that I can be more focused on using my time and energy in a mindful way. But sometimes I do exceed that limit that I set for myself, and it's okay because I don't strive for perfection and try to be flexible throughout my journey of minimalism. My home screen is empty except the most used apps and one folder containing everything else. Most of my notifications are set to off, and I don't have an email app on my phone. The only social app that I downloaded on my phone are Instagram and Pinterest for work purposes because I'm a content creator, YouTuber, and a digital nomad. I'm currently focusing on using my devices to be productive and intentional by getting actual work done, or using it for self-improvement, like using my meditation app and my phone as a learning device, like listening to audiobooks. It's good to be mindful of my breathing when I'm checking my social or just being on my phone. And if you're interested in this practice, feel free to check out my Ways to Be More Mindful video. When it's around 8 p.m., I stop using my phone, but there are times where I don't follow this goal. It's set to nighttime and the Wi-Fi turned off. I place my phone on the opposite side of the room to avoid EMF as much as possible. I understand that just like me, there are those who need to keep certain apps on their phone to support their work and lifestyle. And I know that it's hard to suddenly cut down app use, especially when it's something habitual. So feel free to do what works for you, and be sure to share with me what apps or platforms you spend most of your time on in the comments below. I own one laptop that I carry with me to cafes and when I travel. I also have an iMac that I share, and it's inside my sister's room, which I will do a tour of in the future if she's comfortable with that. I will also do a video on how I work as a digital nomad and the simple gears that I use to share my journey on my blog and YouTube. I keep the screen on my laptop dark and minimal so I don't get distracted. I don't keep any music files on my computer, and I simply go to streaming sites instead of downloading. I also keep most of my photos organized in my drive. It's categorized by year and shared with my family members. Some of you already know that I am mostly paperless, and this is how I keep it organized. I have 3 email accounts, one for my YouTube channel, one for random things like newsletters that shouldn't get mixed up with my professional life, and I also have another one for my design and illustration freelance work. This way I can keep them separate and not too confusing. I organize my receipts and other categories by flagging them with different colors. I use Trello for planning my month for both business and personal use. I organize appointments, important dates, and content calendar all in one platform to keep it simple and minimal. The key to not using my phone for a way of distraction is to be creative. I'm currently re-listening to Essentialism, The Disciplined Pursuit of Less by Greg McKeown. I also love the teachings of Abraham Hicks, which I always talk about, especially their work, The Amazing Power of Deliberate Intent. I enjoy listening to Audible because it allows me to easily absorb information on the go. It can help us live with more awareness and practice mindful learning. I teamed up with them so that we can receive our first audiobook for free and also 2 Audible originals when we try it for 30 days. feel free to visit audible.com/healyourliving or simply text Heal Your Living to 500 500. I'm grateful for their generosity for supporting me as a sponsor. Audible Original provides exclusive audio titles made by creative souls from worlds as diverse as theater, journalism, literature, and more. The effectiveness of digital devices and just technology in general all depends on how I choose to use it. Am I going to use it to distract myself by seeking temporary relief or thrill through stimulating content? Or am I going to focus on self-improvement and mindful learning? I agree that social media can be toxic for some people, but it can also be useful as long as I have the emotional capacity to use it in a non-destructive way. And I enjoy keeping it clutter-free and simplistic so that I can maximize the effectiveness of the time and energy that I spend on these devices. When I combine mindfulness and minimalism and apply it to my digital consumption, it can be very powerful. That's why I value the time that I spend on the internet, on social, and the time that I spend on organizing the platforms that I use very often. If you're currently transitioning to digital minimalism or just minimalism in general, feel free to share with me where you are on your journey. I hope that we can all deepen our practice of intentional living. And if you would like to take advantage of my offer, feel free to visit audible.com/healyourliving or simply text Heal Your Living to 500 and 500. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks again for being here, my friend, and I hope to see you soon.